What's great about graduate studies in philosophy in general, there's really awesome, exciting content that you're exposed to. You learn fantastic things, you get to do sophisticated research work, it exposes you to awesome content, and it also provides you with opportunities to interact with some really extraordinary people.
Why should someone come to the University of Toronto to do either a philosophy master's or a philosophy PhD? Primarily, the reason to do it is because you find philosophy really interesting and you want to have a lot of choices.
I think this department is very dynamic and very collegial. There's always something going on here. There are always talks, there are always new courses introduced. So there's always an influx of new people. So there's a very good foundation for community building here.
So there are opportunities to connect with other graduate students over tea, or there's also a weekly pub night, but there's no pressure to socialize over alcohol if you don't feel comfortable, which I think is great.
We have a very engaged graduate society. It's called the GPSU. They run, for example, the Disability and Mental Health Caucus. We have a women's caucus, and we have many other informal forms, reading groups, but also social groups who promote the well-being of our members.
One of the things that makes it a good application for us is that also the kinds of philosophy that you want to do are ones that we can provide support for. We want you to have some ideas that are yours and that you've really kind of tested and explored.
This is one of the top departments in the world for philosophy. So I think a good application is not that ticks sort of all the boxes. It's one that where your personality shines through.
So a typical week in the life, I would say maybe 5 to 6 days of the week, I am doing a bit of reading to do with my qualifying year project. I'm also kind of working on prepping for tutorials or leading tutorials or marking.
I enjoy teaching. I get a kick out of it. It's, it's inspiring.
I'm very proud of a lot of our alumni. They are leaders in their field, whether this is in academia or in other areas, for example, in law or in business.
Probably you want an academic career, maybe not. And increasingly we are having students who say, you know what, I really want to be a clinical bioethicist. And I think that's wonderful, to having something else that you want to do. And we will be here to support you in that exploration.
Currently, I think that I'm interested in doing a clinical fellowship and then maybe applying for bioethics positions.
I really hope to stay in academia. I really hope to continue teaching and continue researching. And both of these activities are something that I value a lot.
Toronto is one of the great cities to do philosophy. It's a little bit like New York and London. So if you're a grad student here, if you spend 5 to 6 years in a PhD program, there almost every philosopher that you've ever heard of will come to the city at one point.
We have a wide range of courses, really interesting, and we have fantastic and really interesting faculty, and also fantastic and really interesting graduate students. So it makes for a place where you have lots of options, and they're good ones.